Hey guys, it's me Brooke here from Saddlebrooke Stables, and in today's video, I'm going to show you guys how to make some Schleich horse Christmas jumps. Now, last year I made some Christmas jumps, and I really did like the way they turned out, so I decided this year let's make a tutorial. Now, I'm going to show you the two different ways. I'm going to show you a few different ways how I make these jumps. I'm just gonna make them, and then obviously you can twist your own way, but here is one of the ones I made from last year. It is just like this. It's kind of like a cross-country jump. And then this one I made last year. Sorry, it's kind of reflective, but I'll show you these two ways. I'll show you some pictures of what they looked last year. So that is the jumps we're making. Sorry, I literally have green paint all over my hands and red dye because I accidentally dyed my hands today, so that's what y'all will be seeing, but I'll teach you how to make these jumps. So first I'm going to show you how to make this kind of cross-country jump. It's kind of weird, but yeah. First we're going to get some paperboard, and for this I like to use a horse, so I'm just using my little Arabian here as a helper. This is where we're gonna do this side. So I like to measure kind of the height of how I want the jump. So I think this one's a little big, and I think I'm gonna make a shorter one. Obviously you can make it bigger, smaller, but since I already have this one this big, I think I wanna make a smaller one. So I'm just gonna get a pencil, and I'm just gonna kind of put it up to my mare, and I want it kind of at the top of her knee. So this is where the part is where you can customize it and make it your own. I'm just gonna make a little mark here, and then I'm just gonna cut all the way across, and this is the width of my jump. I might actually make it a little skinnier, but yeah, I'm just gonna cut this. So this is clearly not gonna be a super big, tall jump, but you know, people don't have to jump super high. So I'm just gonna cut off the sides since they're not super even. So right now, this is where I'd say that we're gonna make. So this is the size of our jump. Now for this, I'm just going to trace it on my size here and trim it. So we want two of the exact same size. Okay, so now I have two, and this is where I'm gonna get out my Christmas paper. I've chosen this gray snowflake, so I'm just gonna flip my paper over to the other side. So this is where I'd be flipping it over. And since the inside's gonna be showing, as you can see, this one I painted, which you can paint, but we're not going to paint it today. I'm gonna get the side with the side. Okay, so the side that you don't want to show, obviously the printed side, you're gonna face down, and this is where I'm just gonna get some glue it on the back of this and glue it down. Once you have them both glued down, I'm just gonna cut them out. Okay, I have my two pieces cut and covered. Now this is where we're gonna get the popsicle stick out. For this jump, since it's obviously angled, like kind of like a top of a house, let's say that. Top of a house. This is when we're gonna decide how wide, if you guys want it. If you guys want it skinny or super wide, this is where you decide. So I want mine about this wide. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get my popsicle stick and cut it to a certain width. And you're probably like, Brooke, but I don't know. Well, this is where you guys get to decide. So I want mine about that wide. So what I'm going to do to make it easiest is, now this is where the hot glue comes in. I'm going to get one of my pieces and glue the top. I'm gonna set it down on my table really quickly because hot glue dries fast. I'm gonna put the two tops together and kind of fix it as we go. make it look pretty. And yeah, that's pretty much how I want it. I wanted it pretty wide. So then when it's pretty dry, we're gonna grab our popsicle stick. And this one, it needs to be trimmed. This popsicle stick is just for extra support. Okay, so I've trimmed it down. And this popsicle stick, like I said, is for extra support so the jump doesn't fall apart. Because if it gets too much weight on it, it will fall apart because it's just paperboard. So I'm gonna glue on both sides. And just put this little support beam underneath. So now, oh goodness, I just got hot glue on the paper. No. No, I messed it up. That's not what we wanted. Well, I just messed up my own jump in a tutorial video. So as you can see, if you look in the jump and then you see all this brown underneath, it's not super pretty. So I don't want that brown underneath. Like this one, I painted it red. So that's what I'm gonna do. This is where you have a good option. I'm just gonna paint mine gray. So here it is, gray. Okay, so this is probably, I'd say, the easiest jump to make, as that really didn't take me very long. So that's how to make this easy one, and yeah, I'm going to paint this off camera and I'll show you guys right after this. So this next one I would also say is pretty easy, but first we are going to, so what you're gonna get is find another Christmas paper, unless you want to use the same one you did before, which is completely fine. I'm going to use this one. It's so pretty, probably my favorite out of all the papers I just got from my grandma's house. This is where you're gonna measure height again, and now since that one's really small, I think I want a bigger one. But if you don't want it to be a full width of the wall, and you want it to be like those but double, what I want to do is make a space in between. So all you have to do is basically do the same thing as this, but just make two. So I want them, this is where you're gonna measure. I want them pretty small because I'm gonna layer two of them. So I'm gonna measure with my, I'm gonna be smart here and measure with my ruler. I want them to be about a 1/2 inch wide, so that's not very much. So I have my 1/2 inches marked, and this is where you're also going to decide the width of the jump. I really like the width of this jump, and so I'm going to give you guys, so you're just not like width of whatever. This one's just over 4 inches wide. So I'm just going to measure to the end of this one. Once you have them both cut out, you are going to get another piece of your paperboard. Here's a piece of my paperboard. Now the difference with this one is you're actually going to glue it to both sides. So I would glue one, then cut it out, then glue another. So you're not like gluing one over here and then flipping it over and gluing it completely in the wrong spot. So I'll glue one, cut it out, and then I'll show you. Okay, so here is my first strip. I'm just going to turn it over and glue this strip on the back. So you should have something that looks something like this. So double-sided, and now repeat this another time. Okay, so I have them both done, double-sided. Let's go. So we're going to put these off to the side, and we're going to get 2 popsicle sticks out. Jump standards. Now I'm going to measure them the height that I think is good. So what I like to do is I put them right next to each other, like top to bottom. Then I get my pencil, I come down here where it's, because I need one side to be flat, and I just mark it across so they're going to be the same length. So they have 2 little marks, if you can see that other one, and we're gonna cut them. So now we have them cut, and what we're gonna do is for this bottom one, we're gonna glue it on one side, make sure it's level, and glue it on the other side. So I'll do this on camera so y'all can see. Okay, so now for this part, when I was talking about space in between, I meant like a space here. That's kind of what I meant. So I'm gonna glue that about right there. So I'll be back when this is glued. Okay, so that is how that one turned out. Oh my goodness. Wow. I'm just gonna hold it because I'm stuck by a bunch of glue strings. Now I'm gonna paint these jump standards red, but if I were you, I prefer painting the jump standards first before I glue these. But I don't want to spend all the time painting it. Well, I could show you guys quickly. So I'll pop up some pictures and y'all will get to see these two amazing jumps. So thank you guys so much for watching. I really hope this video helped you out and you get to make some fun crafts this holiday season. And I'll see you all in my next one. Bye guys!